Organization of Blue Rebellion. In March 1859, thousands of Indigo Ryots, with the support of local zamindar and the headmen, started their rebellion against the planters in Bengal. It was not only farmers and poor peasants who were suffering from this indigo plantation, but also the local zamindars, the headmen of the villages, because ultimately it was their land which was losing the fertility, and if farmer were not getting profit, it was obvious that they are also not going to get the profit. So all of them collectively in the 1859 in March revolted against this system of growing indigo. They refused to grow indigo and to pay rent to the planters. The rent means because they were renting the lands and they were taking the loans, so they refused to rent it, to pay the rent to the planter and to grow the indigo. They attacked indigo factories, because once the plant is grown, then it is sent for the various other process, and the kind of dye that we see, the dry powder, was made in factories. So they attacked the indigo factories. Those who worked for the planters were socially boycotted. Not everybody was involved in the revolution, so the one who were still working for the planters were socially boycotted by the villagemen, by the farmers, by the headmen. And the Gomasthas were the employees of Britishers who were actually Indians, but they were hired and paid by the Britishers in order to collect the revenue, collect the taxes, and collect the rent from the farmers in return of their indigo crop. So whenever they used to go to collect the rent, they were beaten up by the farmers and the villagemen. Riots swore that they would no longer take advances to sow indigo, nor be bullied by the planter lathials, the lathi wielding strong man maintained by the planter. They also took a pledge that they are not going to take any advances to sow the indigo, to grow the indigo, nor they will be getting scared from the people. Lathials means the, like if in modern day you have bouncers, you have bodyguards, right? So planters used to have this lathial, the man who were good in physique and who also used to carry the luts with them, so that they can scare people whenever required. They also used to beat them, but now farmers were no more scared from them. The intellectuals from Calcutta supported the rebellion by writing about the misery of the riots and the tyranny of the planters and the horrors of the indigo system. Intellectual means the intelligent, the educated one from the Calcutta. There were lot many people who were getting education and who got the right to write something for the newspaper, and which everybody loved to read. So they people were also supporting this blue rebellion, and they wrote openly about the tyranny, means the poor conditions of the planters, the poor conditions of the farmer, and the forceful oppression of the planters, the suppressing of the farmers by the planters, and the horror that was going on the name of indigo system. In the next video, we are going to read about the results which came after this blue rebellion and how it made Britishers to kneel down in front of the Indian farmers.